Hello, dear SNN viewers. I'm Hilik Bar. We are here at the DMZ, the demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea, where we hope to see one day good relations between the two Koreas. It's important to bring peace to the area, and I hope that the leaders will get inspiration from this beautiful view here in the border, and that will think that one day the Koreas should be together in peace, that families will be able to meet each other and prosper here in this very beautiful region. It's very exciting to be here on the border. I'm coming from the Middle East, from Israel, from Jerusalem, where we have also conflict, and we have also borders and tiles and outposts and soldiers, and it reminds me that peace is peace everywhere in the Middle East and here in Korea between the South and the North. So here from the DMG, we pray and we send prayer to God that one day we will have peace, both in Israel, in the Middle East, and in Korea between the North and the South. So peace on all of us from DMZ to Jerusalem.
Right. You know, Israel boasts of the best democracy in the Middle East. So many people, so many different kinds of minds. How can you hug and unite the people who have different ideas about your opinion on the peace plan?
Well, Israel is not only the best democracy in the Middle East, as you said. Israel is the only real democracy, Western democracy in the Middle East. Israel actually proved that democracies can live in the Middle East. We are not dictating other people how to live. We're not trying to force democracy on other places, but we are saying that democracy is a great way to live, and that Israel as a democracy found its place in the Middle East. And we welcome any other Arab states to adopt values of freedom and human rights, because a human being is a human being, whether he's Jew or Muslim or Christian. A person is a person. He have a family. He have wishes. He want to live. And I think that Israel proved that you can provide with very good and prosperity and advanced life in the Middle East, and we are welcome the other states in the Middle East to come and cooperate with Israel and have joint initiatives for the favor of the Middle East.
You know, you are going to have an election in this coming September. So what's the expectation and what's going to happen?
Well, you know, we said that the prophecy is given to fools. I'm not a prophet. I can't predict. I can predict everything but the future. I cannot predict the future, but I hope that the Israeli people will vote for a courageous leadership that will put the flag of peace, the agenda of peace on the top of our priorities, and that will be committed to initiate talks with the other side and not just freeze in our conflict and not just manage the conflict forever. Leaders are not being elected in order to manage conflict. Leaders are elected in order to solve conflict, and this is what I hope that the Israelis and the Palestinians will do.
Background, you have established a new project and new movement to establish the peace in the Middle East. So what is it and what's your plan?
Well, I'm creating these days a cross-party organization, an organization that will be composed of many people, of many ideas, but that all of us together wish to reignite, negotiate for peace. We want to put the peace flag on the top of the priorities of the Israeli agenda and the Israeli government, and we will move from house to house, from regional conferences to annual conferences, and we will put the peace flag on the agenda. The peace flag is now forgotten in the Israeli agenda. We want to raise it once again and talk about it, because again, we as leaders cannot accept the conflict management. We want to move to a conflict resolution.
There are different kinds of people even in Israel, right, who have different opinions. So how do you cope with all the different opinions to execute your ideas?
Well, in Israel we have a democracy, and the people is electing and choosing whomever they want, and for many, many reasons. They can vote over economy, over peace, over security. A lot of people vote in Israel because they want to have a secured life, and they vote for security. But for security we have a very good army, and Mossad and Shabak and soldiers, very brave Israeli soldiers that protect our borders and will always protect. I think that we should found a more courageous leadership, both in Israel and in the other places in the Middle East, leaders that will talk, like Menachem Begin talked with Anwar Sadat, like Yitzhak Rabin talked with King Hussein of Jordan, and we proved that leaders can actually provide peace between Israel and Arab states. I hope that this kind of leadership, we will find it and we will build it, both in Israel and in the Palestinian Authority, and then we will discuss peace.
Finally, SNN, Space Network News, is trying to spread the good news from Israel. So what would you like to say to the viewers around the world of SNN?
I welcome the SNN viewers to believe in Israel, to come to Israel, to invest in Israel, even as a tourist. This is the Holy Land. There are many amazing places, mainly in Jerusalem where I live. So Jerusalem is an international city, is the capital of Israel. I urge you to come and visit us. I urge you to be ambassadors for Israel wherever you are, to preach for Israel, to preach for peace in the Middle East, to make an effort to make the Middle East a better place to live, because if the Middle East will have peace, all of us will enjoy.
Wonderful. Toda rabba.
Thank you.
Baruch.